Hey, I'm Josh from YMAS, and you're watching Rock Sound.
Hey, it's James Wilson-Taylor here for Rock Sound, joined now by the main man from YMAS, Josh Franceschi. How are you, sir?
Don't let them hear you call me the main man.
We'll keep that to ourselves.
They'll absolutely hate that. Yeah, no, I'm well, man. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Yeah, you're covered in dog eggs. We've just done another interview with your lovely dog, who's currently watching us from afar out the corner. We'll definitely get some cutting shots. Don't worry. You need to see the beauty of this. It's amazing.
He's a good-looking fella.
He is a very good-looking fella. Very well-behaved, actually, I should say, for an office environment.
It runs in the family. We're well-behaved, we're good-looking. Not really. He is. But, yeah, no, he's a good dog. I've been lucky with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's good. Anyway, let's talk about music, shall we? Because this is very exciting. The album's on the way. 2 singles out already, or 2 tracks out already. Very different in style, both of them. How reflective is that of the whole record, do you think?
I feel like this is the first, like, on Sinners, we sort of made a record where there was like 12 islands, and the only way I could describe it, like they were under like one umbrella, but they didn't really necessarily work together, if that makes sense. Like we had Crash next to Bite My Tongue. Do you know what I mean? That sort of vibe. Whereas and I think this is the first record since Sinners where we've really done that again, where it's just sort of like, it's a really mixed bag, a very fruity mixed bag. But you know, we kind of, one of the things we've always enjoyed is sort of like having different, I don't want to say strings to our bow, but like that idea of like being able to sort of express ourselves across the board differently. So we've done that on this record for sure.
That's cool. So what kind of mix of styles do you think beyond the tracks we've already heard then? Is it, I mean, are we really hitting all over the shop here? That sounds cool.
Yeah, there was just, I think we sort of restricted ourselves intentionally on Night People, because we were trying to make like a record that felt like, you know, had a theme of continuity and was sort of like a really cohesive thing. And on reflection, like, just felt a little bit linear in terms of the songwriting on that record. So this record was like, look, if we want to make a song that is like a hip hop song, we should do that, hip hop with guitars, and we'll just like rein it in and make it YMAS a fight or whatever. But we've done that with a lot of different genres on this record. It's definitely a more brighter, positive record, underlined with my usual knack for being a little bit like sassy with the lyrics. If you want to
sassy is how I would always describe you, Josh. Yeah, you know that. Full sass coming through.
Full sass. But no, I just want people to hear it as always, and then they'll be the, you know, they're the judge, and they can decide what they like and what they don't like. But I feel like there's something on there, and I definitely feel like it's the record that we've been trying to make for a while. So whether or not it becomes like, you know how every band seems to have like that defining record where so they look back on it and go, that was the one. I think Bring Me had it recently with That's the Spirit, and I think Paramore in the past had it with like Riot and sort of stuff like that. And you know, I'm not saying that I'm comparing this record to those two and the success those 2 records had, but I feel like this is our flag in the ground moment.
Wow.
So hopefully we feel that way internally. We'll see what other people think.
That's very exciting. Very exciting. You alluded a little bit there. The last record, I mean, you've already said you weren't entirely satisfied with it in the end, and the linear thing, as you said. What were the positive learnings from it? What did you take away and think, you know what, we discovered something there, and we want to push it into the new record? Or was it different?
No, there were lots of positives, to be honest. I just think I in particular was not ready to make a record.
Right.
And I didn't really want to make one, but just sort of had to do it because there was a contract and stuff, and that sometimes happens.
It happens.
But I knew when we were putting out, I knew that I hadn't really delivered at the level that I like expect myself to deliver at as a songwriter, as a lyricist, and everything. And I think maybe some of the other guys would feel at times similar, but in general, like Night People was the record we needed to make to be able to make this one, and we learned a lot from Jakir, working with him. And I think just like with anything, when you work with a group of people, you learn good and bad things about yourself and that sort of experience. So we knew that that if we were going to keep it fresh, we had to try even just recording something. Like with Night People, we recorded the record essentially live, which in its whole thing was a positive thing and a challenge. And then on this record, we were like, right, we need to record it again slightly differently. Yeah. So like Dan did a lot of sort of like almost like breakbeat-esque recorder. I don't think he played one of the songs the whole way through. Like we were like building samples and like building tracks around that.
Yeah. Sorry, we're getting a visitor here.
Yeah.
He's so well behaved though. It's amazing.
He loves it. But yeah, no, I think in general, I think just learnt that also, or what I learnt as in that process was that you can't fake something. You have to like really, like fans of music can smell authenticity and they can also smell bullshit. And I think there were times I don't really know what I really said on Night People. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I like wrote things to a soundtrack.
Right. Yeah. No, that does make sense.
There was only one, and the songs where like I was like relaying myself bare, like Take on the World or Give or maybe Spell It Out. You know, those are songs which people reacted to in a way that maybe they didn't react to songs like, I don't know, Brand New or Heavy Soul and these sort of things because they didn't really feel like what was the message of those songs.
Right.
Right.
But what's exciting is you definitely feel like you've taken that experience, you've turned it into a massive positive because it feels rejuvenated, really. I mean, that sounds cliche, but you know what I mean? It feels like you're really gunning for it this time, which is cool.
Totally.
So what are the aims then for 2018 and 2019 moving forward? Where do you think you guys want to sit now?
I think, look, first and foremost, we just made our 6th record, which was sort of never on the cards.
Oh, sure. It's an achievement.
You know, and I think, so we've always said that ever since we did like Wembley and the O2 and things like that, like massive milestones for this band, we're sort of in overtime. Like we're in extra time now, we're sort of playing for fun.
Right.
Obviously like fun in terms of like the pressure's off, like we've sort of done in essence what we wanted to do, but now our goals are just continuously like become really understand how to write songs and really hone that craft. I want to challenge myself across the board with that. I think we all do, and just become a better live band as much as we can. To when people come and see us, they really feel like they get value for money and give them what they deserve, which is the best version of us and our band, which perhaps at times in the last touring cycle we didn't really have because I think it's just such a negative time. So just to be happy and to enjoy it, I think.
Yeah. It's got happy vibes. Certainly, the first 2 tracks do, man. That's a banger right there. 3 AM. That's a summer banger. Yeah, surely.
I mean, even like Fast Forward, like sounds a bit moody and gloomy, but and the essence of
it, though. It's big.
Thank you, mate. It's like the essence of it is saying like when you feel like you're finished, just pick yourself up again, sort of thing. And that's why originally we were just going to go with 3 AM first. It's like no, and Fast Forward needs to come out at the same time. So like, the rock fans that are like really back You Me at 6 in that way get a taste of some of the stuff that's on the record, but also like they get like it's sort of like maybe I use this too much, but it feels like a bit of a rebirth sonically for us.
Yeah,
definitely feel like it's some of the best stuff we've done in a long time. So just been really enjoying reading everyone's comments and feeling like we've found a place in people's hearts once more.
Exactly.
Nice.
You never left, man. Come on. Speaking of which, speaking of long-time fans, 10 years now of Take Off Your Colours.
Yeah.
So, first of all, how do you look back on that record now? A decade on, where does that sit?
Very fondly, because it's like everything has its place, and without that, they wouldn't have been Hold Me Down or Sinners or Cavalier Youth Night or whatever. So it was sort of the starting place, really. And again, lots of fond memories of that record, making that record, touring that record, and it's probably the reason why we're going to revisit it this year.
Nice.
If you know what I mean.
That's exciting. Hint, hint. Very, very exciting. Looking forward.
People are like shitting themselves because we haven't announced it yet, but like it's definitely happening. I wouldn't have like teased everybody for the last 3 or 4 months. I
was going to say, you're putting things out there.
If we don't do it, we're going to like really piss off quite a lot of people. So no, we've got it. It's all in the diary. It's coming. Yeah, it's working itself out.
Man, it's exciting.